Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys at Magic. This is Hunter, Shane, and Steven. Say what up, boys.
What up, boys?
What up, nerds?
We were coming back at you this time, January 18th, 2023. We got more spoilers for Phyrexia. All will be one. We got some good ones today. I'm very, very excited for one card in particular because some people in this know that I have a big fascination of dinosaurs in Magic. Spoiler alert for the spoilers. But let's go ahead and jump in here with the first card. We actually missed this from yesterday, believe it or not, with all of the cards. But this is Ovika Enigma Goliath. Ovika Enigma Goliath is 5, a blue and a red for a 6/6 legendary creature Phyrexian Nightmare. It has flying, it has ward 3 and pay 3 life. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create X 1/1 red Phyrexian goblin creature tokens, where X is that mana value of the spell. They gain haste until end of turn. This is a big effect on a giant card.
Definitely seems like the top end of a standard deck, but I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, for 7 mana, and then whenever you cast, let's say, an Invoke in blue or red, which is additional, was that 5 or 6 mana, you make 5 or 6 1/1s with haste. I don't know if that's good. Seems like a pain to get rid of, though.
Yeah.
Ward 3 and pay 3 life.
Well, the ward 3 is the pay 3, right?
It's
No.
both.
It's both.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah. Steven, what do you think?
I mean, I think it's pretty good. I mean, it should be for 7 cost, you know?
Yeah, I just think it's too much.
Way too expensive.
Too much, huh?
Yeah, it's too expensive, man. I don't like it.
Because, I mean, let's be honest. This comes down and you are literally having to hold mana up to protect it. Regardless whether somebody has to pay 3 and 3 life, they're going to, I mean, they're going to be doing that. You know what I mean? Whether it's, I mean, in standard, it might be a little bit more of an issue, but if it's, you know, in commander, this is obviously you need to kill on sight.
It's a limited bomb, though, dude.
I guess, but at this point, is it win more?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, like I said, it could be a top end of a deck. Who knows?
I don't know. Ovika, interesting. Let's move on to the cards that were spoiled today. We have Mirran Safehouse. Mirran Safehouse is 3 generic mana for an artifact. This, as long as Mirran Safehouse is on the battlefield, it has all activated abilities of all land cards in all graveyards.
This is great, man.
Interesting.
Definitely is interesting.
I just think about like land destruction.
Yeah, but doesn't this die then?
No, it's an artifact.
Yeah, but a lot of the lands say you have to sacrifice it.
Okay,
That's
but what about lands like Cabal Coffers or Gaia's Cradle or anything kind of like that?
Sure,
You can
but
also an activated ability of a land, it includes basic lands. So even if you mill yourself for a blue, this is a 3 mana rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. There are 3 mana rocks. That makes sense.
Wait. Yeah, I guess. Okay, sure. That seems like a low rate at that point. I'm looking at it more. First off, what lands are you throwing into your graveyard?
I mean, I don't have to throw anything in my graveyard, but I can play a land destruction deck and destroy my opponent's lands. But we can, if you want to talk about specific lands, I mean, obviously Cabal Coffers is a good one if you're playing any kind of swamp black deck. And with Urborg, I mean, obviously this is going to slot into anything that's going to be super expensive. I mean, I don't think this will be a cheap card or cheap play, but I mean, really anything. Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. I mean, it's whatever you want it to be, man. It's whatever is on your opponent's side of the field. It's whatever's in your opponent, you know, that you want to destroy. Whatever's in your deck. It's the world is your oyster.
Wow, you have a lot to say about this card, huh?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, he was asking a question. I just wanted to answer it.
Well, the flavor text says Malira helped me design it, and I didn't like Malira at all, so I don't like this card either.
Wow.
Well,
You're dumb. You're dumb.
What do you think, Shane? Good or bad?
I don't know. It's good. It'll be good. I guess, like Steven said, at the lowest, shittiest cost, it could be a rock. Honestly,
Throw it
3
in.
mana for a rock. What?
Throw it into Tanya, Steven.
There you go, to be a rock.
Next up, we have Staff of Completion. Staff of Completion is 3 generic mana for an artifact. It has a bunch of abilities. This first one says you can tap it, pay 1 life, destroy target permanent you own. Or you can tap it, pay 2 life, add 1 mana of any color. Or you can tap it and pay 3 life and proliferate. Or you can tap it and pay 4 life and draw a card. And another ability where you can just pay 5 and untap Staff of Completion. So we have a Phyrexian Staff of Domination.
Seems broken.
Why?
That's a lot of shit for. I won't say free because it's your life, but your life's a resource, and in EDH, strictly EDH, when you're working with 40, that's a lot of resources you could be spending to do some pretty good things.
I actually think it's weaker than it should be.
Because you can't find the loop to like infinitely untap this? Like, why?
Well,
No, you can infinitely untap it. I mean, there's definitely ways to get infinite mana.
That's
It's
what
not
I was
that big of a
asking him,
deal.
yeah.
true.
But the issue that you're going to have is the infinite life.
Yeah, you'll kill yourself. But I'm looking at it more of a terms of 3 mana for tapping, pay 2 life to add 1 mana. I don't know if that's a good rate.
2 life for a mana? I mean, it's only 1 more life than a pain land. If you
2 life for a
absolutely
mana
need
deck,
it.
but this costs 3. Is
I'm just saying if you
a
absolutely need
single
it.
a 3 mana rock good? That also hurts you?
I mean, at that point, you might as well just play a Mirran Safehouse.
Also, the pay 1 life is destroy target permanent you own.
True.
So
There's definitely some kind of.
it's kind of a sack engine.
I mean,
David pointed
listen,
out.
what I really like, and I was actually going to bring up David's point too,
Yeah,
Shane. So I'll let
yeah.
you bring up David's point. I'll bring up the ones that I kind of thought about. You know, we looked at a lot of cards yesterday. Well, maybe not a lot, but like that one card where, you know, it had so many oil slick counters on it, and then once the last one was removed, you lose the game. So with something like this down on the field, you can destroy it before that happens.
You could do that too, actually, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. This
What?
I'll tell you my opposite ideas because I told you how I wasn't high on it for the first 2 abilities. The second 2 abilities, however, are fantastic. I will kill myself to kill my opponents with poison counters just to proliferate. If you have an infinite loop with mana, just kill your opponents.
Hopefully not kill yourself in that process.
Yeah, it's true. I just assume that you have at least enough life.
I mean, if you're at 40 life and each, you know, opponent has 1 counter on them, technically you can do this.
There you go.
Absolutely. You just do it 9 times. It's only 27 life.
But going back to what Steven was saying about David's opinion, the one could be relevant because he brought up the Beamtown, and it says what you own, not that you control. So with the Beamtown, you give your opponent something mean, and then before they get to sack it, or I guess exile it, you kill it, putting it back in your graveyard, and get to do that again. Like so, this will easily go into the Beamtown.
Yeah, I think this really fixes an issue with the Beamtown Bully deck where it's like once you get down to 1 opponent, it's kind of like if you use your big baddie resources to try and take out the other 2, it's kind of hard for a 1-on-1. I think that's where the deck really struggled.
Yep.
That's true. Reloading Beamtown is mean.
So granted, it's an edge case. It's one deck, but it could be good.
Moving on to Zenith Chronicler. Zenith Chronicler is 2 generic mana for a 3/1 artifact creature Phyrexian construct. It says whenever a player casts their first multicolored spell each turn, each other player draws a card.
Why?
I don't know. I thought we were talking about the rares, not the commons.
It seems super weird, right?
Again, I guess that it's any player. So when your opponents do this, you draw a card, but
It's a group hug stable, right?
Yes.
But when you play your first monocolored, you don't get to draw a card.
That's also true.
So what the fuck?
I mean, listen, you talk about it all the time, Shane. Build around it. Obviously, you're putting this in a monocolored deck.
That's stupid. This is a stupid card.
Yeah, dude, just
I mean,
put this
Hunter,
back
you're the
in.
standard resident player. So, like, I mean, like, how
This-
many multicolored decks do you see in the standard?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Number one
There you
deck right
go.
now is Blue-White Soldiers.
Dude. Mono red burn. Throw this card in there. 2 mana, 3/1.
No.
Do it.
I'm not a fan.
All
I
right,
don't
let's
like
move
this
on.
card. All right. Moving on to my favorite card of the day. This is Tyrranax Rex. Tyrranax Rex is 4 and 3 green for an 8/8 creature Phyrexian dinosaur. It says this spell can't be countered. It has Trample, Ward 4, and Haste, and Toxic 4.
Stupid.
It's amazing. I love it.
This is amazing for one deck.
This is an amazing card, period, dude.
You're just super biased.
Trample, Ward 4, Haste, and Toxic 4. An 8/8
Oh yeah, I
body.
can read. I can read. We're
It's,
finally seeing our first big toxic too, dude. Shit. Yesterday was all toxic 1.
yeah, this card is mythic. Deserves to be mythic. That's a lot of keywords there.
We're getting Carnage Tyrant Phyrexian eyes, dude.
Pretty much, except even bigger. Bigger and better.
Well, duh, it's Phyrexian.
Tyrranax. What do you think, Steven?
I mean,
Tyrranax.
do we really have to like? I mean, it's fucking good, dude. Like, it's in green.
We
When
want
we
to hear
ramp in
why.
green, the cost is not an issue for me. It can't be countered. It comes down immediately and can swing immediately. It has Ward 4, so even if somebody wants to target this, it's gonna cost them a lot. It's got Trample. It's an 8/8, and then it smacks them for Poisonous 4.
Pretty cool.
Like, holy shit, dude.
Hunter, dinosaurs are stupid.
I want to open this card so bad.
You know what I hope happens is that I hope I hope this is kind of like the Modern Horizons 2 when it came out and you really wanted the Ragavan. And I pulled the borderless foil.
Moving on. This next card is Capricious Hellraiser. Capricious Hellraiser is 3 and 3 red for a 4/4 creature Phyrexian dragon. Says this spell costs 3 less to cast if you have 9 or more cards in your graveyard. It has flying. It says whenever it enters the battlefield, exile 3 cards at random from your graveyard. Choose a non-creature, non-land card from among them and copy it. You may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. Super weird.
Copying
Super
spells
good.
are good.
It's true, but it's
Super
random.
good.
Completely random.
But
Yeah, that's
super
true.
good.
Having 9 or more cards in your graveyard, definitely easy to do.
Yeah, especially if you're casting spells that you want to recast.
Yep, flying 4/4 for 3. This will go in.
Potentially.
I mean, come on, man. We know how to play Magic.
Okay.
I feel like this is gonna go in a red deck in standard, dude.
I think this is slots into a Grixis deck. I don't think this goes into a mono red deck.
No? Mono
No.
red aggro?
It's got to be, maybe at least is it?
I guess to get your graveyard bigger.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, blue for the mill, black for putting things into your graveyard. I think. I mean, obviously, you have things that you can, cast that'll let you choose in your hand what you want to put in your graveyard. Like you can do Fable of the. Is it Fable of the Mirror Breaker?
Yes.
Yeah. There's tons of cards that do the same thing, but
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see if it sees play. I'm not super high on it.
I think it'll see play.
All right. Well, let's move on. This next one, Evolved Spinoderm. Evolved Spinoderm is 2 and 2 green for a 5/5. It is a creature, Phyrexian beast. It says it enters the battlefield with 4 oil counters on it. It has trample as long as it has 2 or fewer oil counters on it. Otherwise, it has hexproof. And it says at the beginning of your upkeep, remove an oil counter from Evolved Spinoderm. Then, if it has no oil counters on it, sacrifice it.
Don't like that mechanic.
Sad, dude.
What?
Dies. That's why
It's
you gotta
really-
proliferate.
So say that's really weird. It's like forcing you in an avenue. So you want it to die.
4 mana 5/5 is not bad. It's a 4-mana 5/5 that will eventually get trample.
That'll also eventually die.
Yeah.
Bro, we saw the 3-mana 4/4 with Toxic and all that other bullshit. They didn't feel like pushing this one either?
Apparently not. This one not as good.
Yeah. Steven, tell me why it's not good.
I'm already on the next card, man.
That's what I thought. Thank you.
You don't like this card, Steven?
It's whatever, dude. It's all right. Let me go ahead and say the first one of the video. Meh.
Meh. Evolve Spinoderm. I guess you're getting a meh from Steven. Moving on to the big baddie. This is Atraxa, Grand Unifier. Atraxa Grand Unifier is 3, a green, a white, a blue, and a black for a 7/7 legendary creature, Phyrexian Angel. She has flying, vigilance, death touch, lifelink, and when Atraxa enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each card type, you may put a card of that type from among the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. A reminder text is on this card for the certain card types that say artifact, battle, creature, enchantment, instant, land, planeswalkers, and sorcery are card types.
What the
Battle
hell's a battle?
has not been announced yet.
Okay. Something like that. That's not a thing.
Someone actually asked Mark Rosewater what a battle is, and when we're seeing it, he said a future set. Not even this
Wow,
one.
not even this one.
Yep. He said that's all I can say.
Huh. What's after Phyrexia LB1?
March of
March of
the
the
Machines.
Machines.
The battle.
That makes sense. So let's just say right off the bat, this is not better than the older Atraxa.
It is not.
Yeah, this is really sad. This is like the first time I kind of hope I don't pull Atraxa.
I mean, she sticks with her original all 4 colors, which is cool. She's got all the main text of Flying, Vigilance, Death, and Lifelink. It's just that second part not as good as proliferating.
I mean, she's got 3 more attack and butt for 3 more mana. I don't know, dude. I want her to be 4 mana.
Yeah, the art is really cool though.
It is very cool, yeah.
Yeah, coolest part about the card.
Sadly.
But yeah, I'm really interested to see what battles are. I think they're probably gonna be like a fight spell mechanic or something, right?
I get but it's a card type. Yeah, it's weird. So that means it's not going to be like an instant or sorcery. It's fight or battle.
I'm sure it'll get spoiled next month.
Atraxa.
Sorry,
Okay.
you can't all be great.
Next up, Monument to Perfection. Monument to Perfection is 2 generic mana for an artifact. Has an ability where you can pay 3 and tap it to search your library for a basic, sphere, or locust land card. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Has another ability where you can just pay 3. It says Monument to Perfection becomes a 9/9 Phyrexian construct artifact creature, loses all abilities, and gains indestructible and toxic 9. Activate only if there are 9 or more lands with different names among the basic, sphere, and locust lands you control.
What?
Eventually, this will be a 9/9 with toxic 9 and indestructible, which is wild,
That is wild.
but only if you have 9 lands with different names
Yeah, this
that
is
are
stupid.
specifically basic, sphere, and locust. I don't know how many sphere and locust there will be, but
At least 9 of them.
it's only 6. Actually, no,
Hey.
there's 11. Steven, what do you think?
Yeah, this card's stupid.
Why?
Somebody wanted to take the gates mechanic of automatically winning the game and make it shittier.
I mean, the Toxic 9 just proliferate once. That person's dead.
Okay, cool. Exile this
Exile this.
for
Force
1
him.
mana. You spent so much mana to get all your stupid little spheres and locust lands.
Hey,
And all
I
it
mean,
took was 1 white mana to exile the shit.
this artifact is a constant tutor for lands, which is cool.
I mean, do I really want to pay 3 to find 1 land every turn?
You could.
I could, but I won't.
Shane, do you have any other input on this?
I don't know. It could be removed, like Steven said, but it seems really cool. So I might play with it. I might play around with it.
Yeah, you never know. Don't forget, snow lands are different names too.
Yeah, that's true.
Easy to get. Moving on to a brand new sword. This is Sword of Forge and Frontier. Sword of Forge or Frontier is 3 generic mana for an artifact equipment. It says equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from red and from green. It says whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. You may play an additional land this turn. Equipped 2.
This is definitely gonna go in Steven's deck.
Yeah, it seems good, man. That ability to play an additional land is fantastic because you can whiff those 2 cards and they could be a land, and it's like, oh wait, you can play it.
Was this card fully spoiled? Or actually spoiled yet?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So when I saw it last, it was like a picture, like a leak.
No, it was spoiled today.
Oh, okay.
Can't remember who did it. Oh, it was TCG player. TCG
Oh.
player got this card today.
Yeah, this is cool, dude. I heard that there's one more sword to finish the entire cycle.
Yeah, only took him years to finish the cycle. Pretty wild though.
This
I
one's
like
pretty
this
cool
card.
though.
I know. Gives you ability to ramp.
Yeah.
Dope. Steven, what do you think?
In the ramp is like the coolest part, I guess.
It's like a pseudo draw to though, as well.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just so many better swords.
If you went through them all, this would definitely not be the worst, I'll tell you right now.
I was gonna say there's a lot worse ones as well.
Yeah, if you went back and looked at all of them, I don't think this is the worst one by far.
Yeah. Big fan.
It'll be a little bit of value. I'll tell you that. I'll give you that. It'll be a chase we were looking for.
I know, seriously. Let's move on to the final one. This is a Phyrexian elephant. This is Malcator, Purity Overseer. Malcator Purity Overseer is 1, a white and a blue for a 1/1 legendary creature, Phyrexian Elephant Wizard. It says when it enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 colorless Phyrexian Golem artifact creature token. And at the beginning of your end step, if 3 or more artifacts enter the battlefield under your control this turn, create a 3/3 colorless Phyrexian Golem artifact creature token.
Dude, it's our Phyrexian Elephant Wizard.
It is. It's very interesting.
It is.
If you have one of the token doublers that we talked about in Noted Procession and Mondrak,
yeah.
this comes in, makes 2. You just got to put 1 more artifact and you get another one. Or you get 2 more, technically. It's a doubler.
Weird. This is a weird card.
Super weird. I don't know if it's good.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Steven,
is it good?
You know, it's really funny because like when I see this card, I think of like playing in a D&D campaign and some dude playing like a Loxodon wizard, which is hysterical to me.
Why?
I don't know what any of that means.
Well, we had a Loxodon Smiter, Hunter. We talked about that.
Like an elephant wizard. It's just not something you see in most D&D campaigns. It's just really funny to think about. But other than that, this card's great.
Really?
I love it.
Okay.
Why do you love it so much?
3 mana 1/1 that makes you a 3/3.
Yep.
So essentially 4 power for 3. And then let's be honest, blue and white, pretty easy to get artifacts, and we've seen a lot of stuff that can gain you artifacts this set already. I think it'll be pretty easy to make these 3/3s. Plus, it's in 2 of the best colors, you know.
Because this does check at the beginning of your end step, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like every end step. So yeah, I guess treasures come in or any other little like tokens from one of the 2 newest
Power Stones.
EDH deck. Yeah, Power Stones. Something like that comes in. Like there could be a way you can get some elephants, I guess.
You get golems.
Sorry, golems. You're right. They should make elephants.
They should make Phyrexian elephants.
Maybe just like a vampire turning into
I mean, it is pretty balanced. At the end of the day, it's just that it can only happen one time, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Beginning of your end step, and then it's only if it had like 3 or more. So I mean, even if fucking 9 come in, you know, it's not going to make 3 of them.
You got to get that token doubler going. But that is going to do it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Comment down below what your favorite card was today. Steven, what was yours favorite today?
I'm actually going to give it to the Mirran Safehouse. I know that sounds really weird, but I've had this little tickle in the back of my brain to play land destruction, and this is making me want to do it.
I don't know how you would do that with this card, but okay. Shane,
Connor,
do
what
you have
about
a
yours?
favorite?
No, you give me yours, dude.
You know
I'm
what
ready to
mine
hear
is.
it. I'm ready to hear it. Just tell me.
Tyrranax Rex, baby. Dinosaurs, let's go. I said at the beginning, saying at the end, best card spoiled today. What
I think
about
I'm gonna
you,
go
Shane?
with. I think I'm gonna go with the sword, dude.
Interesting. I thought you would go with staff.
No, I mean I was looking at it and I don't know. None of these cards are really jumping out at me today. I like the sword.
Swords are pretty good. Yeah, again, comment down below what your guys' favorite was. And while you're down there, check the description. You'll find links to our Instagram, our Twitter, and our TikTok. That is at Guys That Magic for each, especially our Instagram, where we post not only these rares and mythics that you see today, but we also post all the commons and uncommons that get spoiled throughout the day as well. Hit that like button if you've liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next video, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Later.
Bye bye.